That's smoked. Did you see that ball flight?
Yeah, that ball flight is not me.
Matty, that's what I see on tour players.
No way, impossible. I can't hit that shot.
You can also do that by changing the length of the swing.
We've got a 411 yard hole here. We've got bunkers on the right, we've got a bunker on the left. In my mind, the shape of this hole, it's like one of those holes that just, I don't know, to me, it makes me feel comfortable. When I try to shoot that bunker in front of us, it's 250 to clear the first one, 350 to clear the next one. So 250 to clear that, and to get into the next one, to 310 to get into the second bunker, which we don't want. The hole also has space on the left side where the middle of the fairway is not at those bunkers. So what I'm thinking is, aim it straight down the chute, maybe favoring the right side because the draw has been coming out. If I do push it a bit, I'm between the two bunkers. And I'm just going to focus on what I want to do and not on the puffy stuff on the left side. I'm going to just ignore that side. How does that sound with a driver?
How far do you fly your driver? Generally.
Generally,
when you're swinging it good like now?
Generally,
270-ish, 280-ish?
280, I think about on the watch about 285.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean that's driver all day long.
I think it's driver.
You aiming at anything?
I want to hit it into that left bunker at the green.
Okay. So yeah, I'm happy with that play. That's a good play there.
I can't hit a driver better than that.
Dude, that is absolutely smoked.
That's like, doesn't feel like me.
That's smoked. Did you see that ball flight?
Yeah, that ball flight is not me.
Matty, that's what I see on tour players.
I got a little goosebump after I hit that. That's not my ball. That's not my ball flight.
Dude, that's proper. Like that is seriously proper. That ball flight is what you see on tour players. Like seriously, that flight, that amount of spin coming out, just quick, the tiny little baby, tiniest little baby draw. Everything about it's just optimal.
Okay, so we've got the 106 shot again, similar to the other hole, which was more like it was like 109 or something. Mm-hmm. So this is 106, it's downgrain though, so I feel like the club will be able to slide through the turf much better. So 100%. I'm not too worried about getting caught up like on this side.
Great. Just off that, love it. Because you've talked about the grass. And for me, every shot on the fairway or the rough or the tee box, you have to read the grass. Right? It goes through every good player's head. Like every let's say higher level player will always look at that. And it helps them so much to understand and predict what may happen. Yeah, so down grain, club slides. Into the grain, club gets caught. So it's going to add a little bit extra yardage to you.
Yeah, I feel like I get another 5 yards.
Yeah, you're getting it a couple, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and a little lower flight sometimes as well.
Yes. Yeah, this is a good play. Practice swings look good. Yeah. Oh, get in. Get in. Too much spin, mate.
Not a spin, but I feel better with that shot than the prior hole.
Yeah.
I don't know what I did different, but it didn't. Look at the small divot.
Look, that actually had nothing to do with being down grain. That was actually a very technical thing where you didn't get your head and your body lunging into it. That was it. But the main thing is that these type of shots gives you good memory, like recall, so to speak. It's like, look, it is there.
I've done this.
Yes, yes.
I didn't quite catch it, so could be even better. That's a better one for me. Yeah, that's the distance I was expecting.
Yeah. There you go. Come in. Get in. Sit.
That's better. I mean, whenever you put it at 3 feet, it's better. Oh man, that's good.
So this is a great thing. I saw his practice swings. This is just a gut feel. I already knew he was going to be okay. It's hard to say. I guess when you sort of see a lot of golf, or you've played a lot of golf, it's like there's a gut feel that you get. Like I already knew you're going to hit it good, just from your practice swings. It's just one of those things. It's just weird.
But that practice swing thing is key. Like, because that's where I'm getting, like you said, where I'm getting the feel. Because like we did that thing with the head not moving, but then also my thing of not is to get the anika and combining those two together and being able to bounce that club off the ground instead of like taking little chunks out in the practice swing.
Yeah.
Makes me feel really confident.
Well, when you know the club's going to slide, you know, it's funny. Just little things. Little things can just completely change the mindset.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's technical, whether it's being in a different condition where it's comfy, it's like that fear factor just drops, and it's like things can just flow. You know.
Yeah.
It's good. I like it. I like it, my man. Yeah. The further back we get, the better it is. So you can start your green reading from 20, 30 yards away.
Yeah. Which I don't do.
Not many people do. Not many people do. So the better player, he's already assessing a lot of things: grass, grain, color of the green,
Uphill,
slopes.
coming off there. I'm seeing a couple dark patches to aim them at.
Exactly. And while the other players are playing, he marks it.
Yeah.
Right. He starts walking, and he starts observing things. You can feel it already in your feet.
We can feel
it's very
movement
obvious. It's
uphill,
very, very obvious.
That way.
100%. Then you look at the grass, the grain, the hole. Exactly right. You know, and while everyone's preparing and chipping and wherever going around, you've got all the time in the world to do it. It's like the procrastinating guy who's like, you know, like, I just don't have time. And then, look, regardless of whether you hole it, regardless of whether you put it 6 feet by, you've gone through the good process. So you've got information, you've got feels. Now you've got to train your mind to go, look, certain holes you want to be more aggressive on, and there's certain holes that are like, look, let's be realistic.
Yeah.
You know, the chances of holding it very low.
Well, what I would get with this feeling is that it's now coming up into the slope. So this will kill it a little bit. It's not as fast as usual because there's still dew on the ground that's drying up. So I could be aggressive and still, even with it being too aggressive, would only finish back here in my mind.
Yep. How about we change the mindset a little bit?
Uh-huh.
Come on, Matty. You got to hold this, mate.
Well, I had a chance.
That's what I mean. You almost had a chance. That was tracking, right?
Yeah.
With a little bit more speed, pretty darn good chance of going in. But look, is it perfect? Look, but it's good. But that at least gets some juices flowing, you know? It's like,
definitely.
It's a bit of like, come on, mate. Like, just,
yeah.
Look, every golfer has to find their own way to pep themselves up or calm themselves down. Find which type of golfer you are, work on those emotions. Which ones do you play best with? You know, are you a shaper of the ball? Then play with shapes. Are you just one of these types of guys? Just find what works best for you. Man, if we're all born the same, we'd be bloody robots, wouldn't we?
Okay, 372. Initially, I walk up and I see those bunkers and I see that narrow fairway. To enter the first about 220, to enter that one about 260, 275.
Into the teeth.
So into the breeze. So I'm thinking, generally, I'm assuming if I go in that bunker, that's a 150-yard marker there on the left. 150 and in from a fairway bunker, to me, doesn't make much more difference than a fairway. But if I go right with a 3-wood, I certainly can't reach that bunker on the right. And my miss with a 3-wood is never left.
Can I ask you again, those bunkers on the left? Yeah. The right bunker of the 3 left bunkers.
260 to carry. And 260 to carry other. Okay, so that's carryable with the driver.
Into this wind, kind of like almost borderline.
Yeah.
No wind, definitely very, very possible. You know what? The way you're hitting driver, use a shit.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, I hope you don't mind me saying that. Like, just,
yeah, I don't
who
mind.
cares, man? Like,
I'm kind of enjoying hitting the driver now, so. I'm just going to go straight up at that big old tree there.
all right. Yeah, I like this play. Dude, man, you got it on a string, man.
Oh, man,
You've got it on a string. It's frozen rope, mate. A little bit of comfort, confidence, fear's gone, everything's good. Like, it's just, you know what I mean? It's like, you're done. It's just like you stand up over it, you don't have this issue of, it's like when you've got that feel, just hit drive all day long, mate.
I think
Like you don't need to overthink things. Like, you know, my bunker's here. Da, da, da. It's like when you hit it that good over the last, let's say, 5-6 holes, and even yesterday, just towards the end there, it's like, just run.
So we've got 125 over the bunker, pins on the right, tree on the left. I'm thinking, I don't really see much wrong, and I know that my bad shot with the 50 degrees is a slight yank. I'm happy to go at the pin with it, but the problem is the wind. 125 is a pretty decent 50 degree. So in this situation, if I'm thinking of soft wedge, this is when I start to have issues of soft pitching, which is why I'd rather go with a 50 and be aggressive.
Interesting. Okay, so can you play 2 shots for me?
Yeah.
You do it your way.
Okay.
I already have an idea of what I'll get you to do.
How's it? So like 125 is like my auto pull 50 degree. Auto.
Okay.
There, that's the shot that's been coming out the most. I think I did a little crunching up there, yeah, and short.
Yeah.
That divot.
That's the one you always.
This is 100% what happens.
Okay.
I can pull that shot off perfect, and I can go next to the pin. We'll do that. It's the only 2 options I have.
Pitching. So I look at that and think straight away was not comfortable with 50. Knowing your yardages, even with wind or even no wind, wasn't the right club. Pin is tucked way back. I know you need to get the height. Pitching wedge over this, ABC, not a problem, in my opinion.
2 center green.
Yes. So if you want, and you just want to kind of like, just to make sure a little bit, just move that ball position like a hair forward.
Okay.
I mean, for me, I'd hit it hard. Like, it's a
full
good solid one. Yeah.
Yeah. Still a little short, huh?
Yeah. But I mean, this is the thing. It's like you cleared that tree so easily. Like
Easy.
you could have almost hit an 8-iron above that.
Agree.
Almost. You know. So for me, it was like you never really understand how much wind is up there. But for me, the gap wedge hitting it hard or too hard creates a little bit more errors. So you can hit a really solid wedge or a crazy hard gap wedge. It's up to you. But
Okay.
for me, pitching. I mean, look at the result. I'd even say 9.
Yeah, me too. How about, just for fun, a draw shot here
Yeah.
toward the middle of the green? How would I do that? Because I can't do that. If you ask me to hit a fade with a 6 around here, I might even get it to the pin.
Okay, let's move the
But
camera.
a draw I can't. A lower lofted draw, you know?
Yep.
So we've got a tree here in front of us. I'm never taking a draw on here with a lower lofted club. Even a higher lofted club, the draw doesn't come.
Okay.
It just doesn't come no matter how much body English I put on it.
Okay.
So, no clue. Completely blank slate here on how to do this.
Okay. Straight away, every draw comes at low. So the best ones to do draws with is with more loft on the club.
Okay.
Now, different level of golfers have the ability to hit that high, that draw or that hooky around the tree type of draw, slinger we call them, with with low loft clubs. So if you want to learn how to hit draw, basically you counteract the club face with your stance. So you create like what we call a crossover effect.
Opposite of the slice.
Yeah, exactly. Club face going left.
Okay, watch me hit one and let's see if it works. Because there may be something wrong. What shall we try, a 9 or an 8?
Hit an 8.
8.
Yep.
So I mean, I guess you're going to see what happens. Like,
Okay, this is when you try to draw it, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, hopefully it comes out how bad it normally is. It's normally a little top. So we say, let's say normal shot, left face.
That's a baby draw. Like I'm talking you
Big.
really moving around the tree.
What are we doing? Both things.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
that's
like-
why it's not coming out. It's only closing a little
Yeah,
bit.
that's a more.
And where in the stance would I play that?
So I like to play it a little bit more off the middle.
Okay.
You can even play it a little bit off the back if you're trying to keep the flight down a little bit.
Jeez. No, okay, well, there's already step one gone wrong.
Well-
I never closed off enough.
That's a big factor. Ball position, it will depend what your body's doing. So I'm not worried about that. I want you to practice it, feel it. Where's your strike point? Are you always grounding out too back or? Because
And
this should be clean.
Standard swing on my feet line? Or
Oh yeah, totally. But for me, think draw
think draw.
or think hook. Yeah,
Yeah, it's middle-ish, right?
that's
Middle-
that's
middle
what I
forward.
find too. Exactly right. So I'm just going to line you up a bit, right?
Okay.
Bro, you got to aim way more right than that. Yeah, yeah. Now just talk to yourself. Just sling it, hook it around a tree. Club face more shut, club face more shut.
More shut.
Yeah, there you
Oh
go,
my
there you
word.
go.
No ways. Impossible. I can't hit that shot.
Perfect. Yeah. So that's how you hit that. That's like, once you know how to do it, then it becomes fun.
That is unbelievable.
Well, you're aiming over there, right?
That was unbelievable.
So it's you can see the process here.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this is how you're going to do it. That's one thing. Feel it. Double confirm it.
But I clearly wasn't even doing
Enough.
a base fundamental
No.
enough.
No, not even
That
close.
felt like the club was going there
Yeah.
and my stance
Yes.
was there.
So it's just crossing over yourselves. Wow. That feet right and body line right makes your swing go right. With the club face closed, you get what we call gearing effect.
Gearing effect, yeah.
And it just and works its way around. So as you can see, your 8-iron came out like a bullet. It came out like a 3-iron. Shut the club face out, ball position back, D lost the club.
Gee, okay, so that's so different because mine would be about there.
Yeah, no, you got no chance.
And that's probably why I'm coming up with a
Well, everything's so right. Everything is baby right, with barely any adjustments. It's either going to go high right,
which is what happens.
or you're going to try and manipulate it this way, which is probably where your tops come from.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Just sling hook it.
Bro, that was like, I mean,
You want to hit another one because it's so
It was like-
orgasmic. Actually,
because-
it's fine. Sorry, do a wedge.
so because of the, so it's a wedge.
Yeah.
So because of the higher loft, does it make it, because it's like reducing that loft,
Mm-hmm.
is that what makes it easier to actually draw these?
Yeah, it's just purely gearing effect because your path's going right, club face going left. It creates that top spin.
Okay.
Yeah, and that brings the flight down and the spin down. This is actually the perfect club for you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can feel how you just sling hook right? Yeah.
That one felt a bit further back. I'll give it a try a bit further back. So now, if I had to come and line up straight first,
Mm-hmm.
how is that enough?
So what I would do, I would get my feet done first.
Okay.
Like this is just my way of doing
at
it.
the red line. At
Yep.
the red marker.
Yeah, okay. More than that, yep. Yeah, good.
Holy hell.
And just swing on your feet. Yeah, that's it. You can feel it, right?
Yeah.
Now, look.
That's good.
Yes,
That's good.
that's the thing, right?
It's just the wrong contact point.
Like, I love that because you've actually really moved the ball.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a perfect club. Oh, that's perfect.
Holy hell, that's a pitching wedge.
Yeah.
Pitching wedge moved 25 yards.
Easy. And you can see it. And you do the exact opposite
Yeah.
with the cut around the tree, but you get the lowest lofted club that you've got, non-hybrid.
Okay.
And instead of putting it back and trying to sling hook it, you're going through here. You're just trying to. It's like you know when you're trying to really move a tennis ball. When you're really
table tennis shot.
Yes. Versus that. There's so much of this going on.
Wow. Caddy, did you see that? Did you see that? That is a miracle.
You going this way is easy, right?
Fade is fine for me. The hook is impossible. Oh, bro, the smell of fresh cut grass on a golf course.
Heaven, right?
Ugh. That's hard, eh?
Yeah.
I hit that hard. I can't hit it hard.
I mean, it's.
Okay, so we've got 323 here, short one, bunk it up. Bunk it up. I mean, what would you do? Let's go with you first. Like, what are you thinking?
I know it's 323 and I know how far you hit it. I'd be looking at the bunker on the left next to the green, the front bunker on the right side. You see there's 3 bunkers on the right side?
The front one on the right.
Yep.
The first one.
Yep.
To carry that?
Yep.
253.
Second one?
Okay, the one on the right, the next one is 285 to carry to the top lip.
If it's
I
me,
know what you're thinking. I know. You're going driver, left edge of the green, right?
I'm just going direct, pretty much straight at the hole
Straight at the hole.
and just smacking it.
Okay.
You're slightly downwind.
Okay. Downhill.
Yeah. You know, you're downwind down. It's like, hello.
Caddy,
This has
one
got-
on.
Yes.
Okay, Caddy agrees.
So, you know, for your normal guys who are like 200 meters off the tee, completely different situation, right? They're looking at the left bunker. How far is it to there?
So left
And-
bunker, stay short of that.
Either short of that or just right of that because you've got so much room on the right. You've got nothing in your way.
Okay, so if you're a fader,
Yep.
you could go with
I'd tee it up right this side,
yeah,
right on the right side, aim at those bunkers on the left, fade it back.
knowing that.
Yeah, there you go.
I think I swayed on the first one.
Very obvious.
Okay, cool. I find I'm not hitting the center yet, but the compression makes the off center feel powerful enough. Like it's
Yeah.
still.
Okay. Like you're presenting the face better.
Yeah.
Well, look, it's harder to control club face at that speed.
Okay.
All right. So any small variation or deviation is exaggerated greatly at let's say 115 to 120 mile an hour, obviously.
Okay.
So, I mean, look, yeah, pretty solid, isn't it? 310? 320.
If I'd hit the center, I would be over the back. No, I don't mind that. That's okay.
That's good.
But I was just thinking on the shot, like I'm thinking, how do we get the distance control on this?
Speed
Because
control.
it's so tough. I mean, I know a lot of reps I can.
Yeah,
You start to get a feel.
yeah.
What's it based on?
That's it. Head speed, contact.
Okay. Because that felt a bit smoother. Now it's just about,
So if I want to shorten up the distance,
yeah.
I'll do the same thing.
Yeah.
I just put the ball forward.
Oh, just ball position.
Yep, and then open the face just a little bit more.
Oh, I got you.
It
I
just
got you, I got you.
just sort of softens things out for you.
Yeah.
Let's say you hit that first one or second one a little long, right? And you got the same club, you get same everything. If I just increase the loft, it's naturally going to land soft. It's naturally going to be landing shorter. If all strikes being equal, that would definitely have been. You can also do that by changing the length of your swing or whatever, right? There's no exact science to it. Like, I will always stand in the bunker and I just get a feel for it. Just see how I feel on it. It's like, I just feel better this way, bang.
And by that, I mean, people say they have no feel, they're not a feel player. But it's not about that. It's like, how are you feeling,
Yeah.
literally feeling
Yes,
in the shot? Do you
correct.
feel good?
Yes,
Not can you feel the distance?
exactly right. Or can you feel this or that in your swing or whatever?
Are you feeling comfortable?
Yes,
Okay.
that's a big part for me, massive part.